All right, and we're live. What's going on, people? My name is Travis, and I am the owner and founder of Phillips Vision. And I just wanted to come on and just talk about my business and really share at the heart of what we're trying to do here at Phillips Vision. I got some slides that I put together, so I'm going to be using those slides to just kind of help me get through everything. But thank you guys for jumping on and watching this video. I really appreciate it. And just wanting to hear about what it is we're trying to do at Phillips Vision. I'm just so grateful. So let's go ahead and we will jump on. Okay. We have our slides here. So go ahead and pull this up. So, okay, we're talking about Phillips Vision today. It's my business. And I want to go through this presentation. So here's a little bit about me. My name is Travis Phillips. I'm a Houston, Texas native of Southwest Houston. So you can think the Sugarland, Missouri City kind of area. I'm a lover of coffee and music, 11 years in Christian ministry. And in 2012, I started in digital media. So this creative kind of stuff, I've been doing it for over 13 years now. So that's really cool. But what's even cooler is I've got married this year, January 26th, 2025. So that was a beautiful wedding. It was a destination wedding in Guatemala City. And we got married on the side of a mountain, me and my beautiful wife, Catherine. It was just amazing. And that is the wedding cake right there. So a little bit more about my family. Like I said, that's my wife, Catherine, and that's our daughter, Hazel. I came into this, we have a blended family. And so I just jumped right into being a dad. And that has been just so cool. We're living in Katy, Texas, doing life. We're both entrepreneurs, which is amazing because we kind of get to, make our own schedules. I have my media company, but my wife's business is probably even cooler than mine because she is a mobile dog groomer. And from what she tells me, dogs as clients are much better than people. At least it sounds that way. My wife's love language is traveling. So, just pray for my credit card because, she wants to go on all of these trips. And our daughter, Hazel, is 6 years old. Okay, so when we talk about our mission at Phillips Vision, we help vision carriers scale to new heights with impactful creative media. Okay, so we're a media company and we help vision carriers. So at this point, you're probably wondering, well, who are vision carriers? I mean, what does that even mean, right? So the way we define vision carriers is they're purposeful leaders that elevate the mission of an organization, business, or mission. Okay. So these are people, maybe it's the founder, maybe it's that person who really has the heart and is moving forward, moving the vision forward. Maybe, it's the marketing person, the communications side. It's just anyone who is elevating that mission of organization, business, or mission, obviously. So I want to talk about our approach because we do things a little differently from some other media, companies or, creative people. We realize that trends come and go. While it's great to kind of be in the know for what's going on, our approach to content creation is your vision first. Okay. So we look at all the things that are going online, but at the end of the day, we want to have things that are on brand for what you're doing and resonate with your story, your mission. And we don't really want to deviate from that, because we want everything to be aligned. So we want to clearly communicate your mission and purpose. We lean into why you're exceptional and unique and prioritize resonating authentically with your audience. Okay, that is our priority, content that resonates with your audience. We help businesses, agencies, and mission driven organizations stand out on digital platforms with impactful video and engaging content. Okay. Some people can make great looking video, and then, obviously we know that even like a cell phone video can go viral, right? But our goal is to make impactful, great looking video that actually is able to perform and is engaging content to where people want to see it. So that is what we strive to do in our business. So now that you know a little bit about myself, a little bit about the business, I want to talk about some pain points. Okay, so what are the pain points of running your online platforms? I talk to a lot of people, and these are some of the common things that I hear people say. We recognize that managing social media is exhausting. Oh my gosh, I hear this so much. Managing social media is exhausting. Wow. Creating content consistently is overwhelming. Just you don't know what posts to make, you don't know what videos to make. And then you feel like you have to go on all these platforms. You're posting on TikTok, then Facebook, then YouTube, then Twitter. No, wait, it's X now. It's just a lot to keep up with, and it's overwhelming. Okay. Technology can be frustrating and annoying as grandma here punches the computer. Okay. I know sometimes I've wanted to punch the computer too, but honestly, technology can be frustrating and annoying. So in Phillips Vision, what we bring to the table, we bring our media muscle to carry the load so you can focus on your mission. We realize that you didn't start, your organization or your business to now all of a sudden become a social media expert. That's not your role. That's not your job. You didn't start your business to then become an expert in marketing. I mean, that's the reality is, you need to do what you're best at, which is running the business, offering your service if you're a local service-based business, or if you're a nonprofit, you need to be at the forefront, communicating what it is you're doing, how you're making the world a better place. And we just think that, when you're in that place where you can focus on what you're great at, we can come alongside and carry the load that media can, bring, and it really is our goal to help you, just like the picture that you see in front of you. So, how can we talk about this? We've provided some real results for our clients. And so, one of our clients had been on YouTube for a number of years, and really things were very stagnant, not much success at all. When we started working with our nonprofit client, she saw her platform scale to over 20,000 subscribers and 3.7 million views. And we were very happy to provide those kind of results for our nonprofit client. I mean, it was just amazing. The next thing that we're proud of is editing for broadcast television. So, a lot of new creators, will say, have a TikTok first kind of mentality, a YouTube first. But if especially if you're older, you recognize that broadcast television was the standard, and because it was the standard, there are some things, respectfully, that go into making a great looking video that new media just doesn't understand, so we get that, so when we're editing your videos, you can trust that they're going to be broadcast quality, meaning that the colors, the audio, all of those things, you could take one of our videos and put it on TV and put it next to somebody else's stuff, and it'll look great as well. And of course, the 5-star reviews. I mean, people that work with us, maybe one time, a few times, end up working with us more. And that's really what we're proud of, is those repeat customers, because that reinforces that the fact that we're doing something well. So anyways, we've talked about the pain points, we've talked about the results. And so now I just kind of wanted to end this just kind of talking about, where to go, right? So, you've heard about my business and what it is we offer. And I just wanted to give you some value here as we are in the end of the video, the end segment of the video. So if you were working with me, if you were consulting with me, if you were just getting started, in my opinion, I think this map that we're looking at right now is a great place to start. It's a great way to start if you're just getting into producing videos. So this is our Grow Through Video Vision Carrier Map. Okay. So the first thing that we want to make sure you have, like from the get-go with video specifically, we want a brand story video. Or if you are, a product-based business, we want an explainer video, okay? It can be one of the videos, it can be both, but this video or videos, depending on your business, are like mission critical because they're going to be what really communicate. And you're going to go back to these videos, often. They're going to be like the first videos on your website. You're going to probably, when you make this video, you're going to use it probably for the next like 3 to 5 years, depending on the level of production value that you start with. But I would recommend going heavy on the production value. So this definitely will be like a more expensive video just because you're going to use it longer. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is an ad campaign. Okay. So you definitely want ads after you have your brand story video and your explainer video. You want to start getting some results, right? And ads is how we get those results. It really drives people to your stuff. And it makes the upfront costs to running your business, worth it, because you're offsetting that, by getting those customers. Because like, look, we know it's not about the media. The media needs to allow you to do what you do at scale. So that's why we prioritize ads after mission. Okay, we go mission, your brand story video, then we go into ads. So then, you see along the path, there's lots of little side quests that you can go on, right? You can, once you have, the explainer video, you might work on a website video with B-roll if you want your website fancy. That really depends on you. You might have to throw a product video in there after the ad campaign. A founder video might make sense. You might want to, as the founder, go get in front of your business and really just put a face to the business, be the spokesperson. So a founder video can be valuable. By the time you're running ads, you might be at a place where you have a team, you've hired some people on. So we have onboarding videos, right? We can help you create those team training videos, standard operating procedures, to where you're able to onboard people properly, get them trained, to where you don't have to worry about that, those new people coming in, all the time. So turnover, that's the word. You don't have to worry about turnover. So anyways, the next thing we have on the list is like a promo video. You might want something fresh there, a documentary even, a YouTube channel. But stage 3 is where we get strategic, okay, with short form content verticals, okay? So what do we mean by content verticals? Well, the content verticals are dialed in for your niche. It's content that's specific to a person, content that resonates with that audience that we talked about. And this is really where you get your plan. Okay. Like before, the brand story video, the ad campaign, we know you needed those, right? Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. But the short form content verticals is where we dial in specific videos for you, for your people. And so this is where we get strategic. And here, obviously you see we have the YouTube channels around there, seasonal videos. You might want to start a podcast at that point. All those things are fair game and totally cool. And then when we get to stage 4, it's really like the fun stage. So these are videos like recap videos, okay? For something that you put on. Maybe you had like a gala, for your donors or something like that, or for fundraising, things of that nature. Maybe you just had an event. So, you might be a restaurant that had like you know, an event with motorcycles or something. So you want to showcase that event. I'm getting creative right now, but it's basically those things that matter. They're an investment. They're on the calendar, and you just want to rally people around those things, for next year. You know what I mean? You want people to see like, oh, you have things going on, right? So that's why stage 4, it's important. I don't want to call it extra credit because these videos matter. I mean, they're big things that you point to on the calendar, you know? So in that way, I think they definitely matter, and that's why we put it into stage 4. And then of course by the time you get into like announcement videos, you're probably on like a video retainer, right? So anyways, these are all the kinds of projects we can help you with, and our rates are very competitive. As far as pricing goes, we do pricing by the project, right? We recognize that, if you're just getting started versus like a small sized organization or mid-sized organization, you have different needs, and your video is approached differently depending on where you're at, you know. And so that being said, if you would like to get a project, with a custom quote, please reach out to me. I would absolutely love to help you. And I really hope that this map is something, screenshot it, whatever. I mean, this map, if I was, giving anyone advice, this would be the game plan, the blueprint, what I would do to win online. So anyways, I want to say thank you guys for your time. Thanks for jumping on this video. I know it was kind of spontaneous, impromptu, but I want to do more of these lives because I believe in them. So anyways, thanks for watching the video. We will see you in the next one. Travis here, and we'll talk soon. All right, thanks. Bye.